The Valorian hegemony had conquered 17 star systems without breaking a sweat. Their crimson battlecruisers, each the size of a small moon, had swept through the galaxy like harbingers of inevitable doom. Species after species had either surrendered immediately upon seeing their overwhelming firepower, or been reduced to cosmic dust within hours. Ambassador Kethver stood on the bridge of the flagship Dominion's edge, his forearms crossed behind his back as he gazed at the blue-green marble spinning peacefully in the void ahead. Earth, the homeworld of these peculiar bipedal creatures who called themselves humans. Such a small planet, he mused to his tactical officer Zenthal, and yet they refused to surrender. The humans had been different. When the hegemony's demands for submission had been transmitted to Earth's governments, the response had been neither immediate capitulation nor defiant rage. Instead, the humans had simply said, "Show us what you've got." It was unprecedented. Every other species had at least attempted diplomacy, offering tribute or trying to negotiate terms. The humans had issued what could only be described as a challenge. "Sir," Zenthal reported, his voice tinged with confusion, "their response to our final ultimatum has arrived. Display it." The holographic image of a middle-aged human woman appeared before them. She wore a simple blue suit and had an expression of calm professionalism that somehow made Kethvar's scales itch with unease. "I am Secretary General Chen of the United Earth Federation," the woman began. "You've asked for a demonstration of our surrender. We have a counter-proposal. You want to see power? Very well. We'll show you what real power looks like. But we insist you watch closely. You might learn something." The transmission ended abruptly. Kethvar's mandibles clicked in annoyance. Arrogant mammals. Begin the bombardment of their major population centers. Let's see how defiant they remain when their cities burn. "Sir, detecting massive energy signatures across the human homeworld," the sensor officer announced, his voice climbing an octave. "It appears they're powering something up." Kethvar leaned forward. "Finally, some sort of planetary defense system. It would be amusing to watch it fail against hegemony firepower." "What kind of weapons are they charging?" "That's just it, sir. They're not weapons." Before Kethvar could demand clarification, space around Earth began to shimmer. Points of light, thousands of them, sparked into existence in the void between Earth and the Valorian fleet. The lights grew brighter, coalescing into recognizable shapes. Ships, millions of them. "Impossible," whispered Zenthal. "Sensors show, by the void there are over 10 million vessels materializing." But these weren't warships. As the massive fleet took shape, Kethvar realized with growing bewilderment that he was looking at cargo haulers, passenger transports, mining vessels, scientific research ships, and thousands of other civilian craft. Some were sleek and modern, others appeared ancient by galactic standards. Many bore the scars of hard use, their hulls patched and repatched. "Sir," the communications officer called out, "we're receiving a transmission from the human fleet." "Fleet?" Kethvar snarled. "That's not a fleet, that's a collection of space debris with engines." The same woman from before appeared again, but now she stood on what appeared to be the bridge of one of the civilian vessels. "You wanted to see power," Secretary General Chen said, her voice carrying across space to the stunned Valorian crew. "This is our power. Not weapons, not threats, not conquest. Every ship you see represents something you've never understood." The camera view expanded, showing the interior of the vessel she stood upon. It was filled with families, humans of all ages working together, children playing between cargo containers while adults monitored systems with practiced efficiency. "This ship is the New Harmony," Chen continued. "Colony transport commissioned in 2387. She's carried over 500,000 settlers to new worlds. Her captain is Maria Santos, whose great-grandmother piloted supply runs during the Mars terraforming crisis. Maria learned to fly in this very cockpit." The view switched to another ship, a battered mining vessel, the Iron Will. Captain Zhang's family has operated her for 60 years, pulling rare metals from asteroids to build the homes and schools and hospitals of a dozen worlds. Ship after ship appeared on screen. Each had a story. Each had a purpose beyond destruction. "You see weapons, ammunition, conquest," Chen said as the camera returned to her. "We see possibility. Every ship in this fleet exists not to destroy but to create, to explore, to protect, to build. The power you're witnessing isn't the ability to reduce worlds to ash. Any fool with enough explosives can manage that. This is the power to take the infinite darkness of space and fill it with life, with hope, with future. Cathvar found himself unable to look away as the massive civilian fleet began to move, not toward the Valorian ships in attack formation, but around them. The millions of human vessels spread out in a perfect sphere, surrounding the hegemony battle group. "We could destroy you," Chen said simply. "Right now. 10 million ships, even civilian ones, could overwhelm your defenses through sheer numbers. But that's not who we are. Instead, we offer you a choice." The human woman stepped closer to the camera, and for the first time, Cathvar could see something harder than steel in her eyes. "You can continue your path of conquest and destruction, adding one more dead world to your tally. Or you can learn what we've learned, that the greatest power in the universe isn't the ability to take life, but to give it meaning." The transmission ended. Space fell silent except for the hum of countless engines surrounding them. Cathvar stared at the tactical display showing his 17 battle cruisers completely encircled by the human civilian fleet. For the first time in his military career, he felt small. "Sir," Xanthal whispered, "orders?" The ambassador looked at the blue world below, then at the sea of ships around them, ships full of families, dreams, and futures he had never bothered to imagine. "Signal the fleet," Cathvar said finally. "We're going home." As the Valorian ships powered down their weapons and began their withdrawal, Secretary General Chen's final words echoed in his mind. "Welcome to your first lesson in what real power looks like."